Hi everybody. I was going to give a reveal and let you in on some details for the retreat project. So I'm going to do my best. Um, Let me turn the camera around and you can see what I'm working on. And I'm going to send some screenshots of the instructions. They're the first two things, just really the fabrics that you'll need, and giving some little tips on choosing those. So let me turn it around. You'll be getting these in the message too. So I'm hoping to put this on Facebook and put a link in it so that otherwise it's just going to be too long and I'm not going to be able to send it in a message. So I'm going to try to figure out how to do that. I don't know yet, but I'll learn to be techie. We'll see. But anyway, somebody also wanted to know what my quilt room looked like, and it's a little bit of organized chaos. So it's a little bit overwhelming, but let me show you the project, and I'll send in a separate video my my quilt room. Okay, I'm going to turn it around. All right, so you'll be getting these. I've got screenshots for each, but just in general, I wanted to share with you that the quilt is going to be 60 by 60, so a throw. Kind of a modernish design, so you may want to get out some of those bold fabrics. Maybe it would be good for a large baby quilt, or fall or Halloween, or maybe even a Christmas quilt would look neat. So what you will need is a jelly roll with 4 of each color. Now you really don't find those too much unless you get solids. So I did find one that had solids in it. I did have to cut a few extras to make it all coordinate, but you do need 40 strips. Okay, so these are the fabrics that I chose. I've already started sewing some of them together, but I don't want you to do that yet because we need to talk about placement. All right, and then this is my background fabric. It's I think it coordinates kind of, but the one thing I do want to point out that it is contrasting to these. These are really dark, rich colors. Well, not really dark, but rich colors. And this is the lighter, so hopefully make it pop. All right, so most of these were from the jelly roll. I did cut some of this to use. You're going to have 4 intersecting lines or strips in the quilt. So that's why I chose this. You don't have to do that, but it kind of makes a nice, just focal point to your quilt if you use something that stands out a little bit. So, I could have used, could have used another print. I could have used something that, was big and bold that would go with these colors, but just a print. But I chose this, so I'm thinking that it'll look good with the background fabric. And for this, you need just 1 yard. Okay. But if you're going to use it for one of your strips, you'll need to cut a little bit of extra. I think it was 3/8 of a yard, I do believe. And I'll give you the instructions on using yardage to cut your strips too. All right, so this one I'm going to have done in time for the retreat. I also have another one here. This was actually a tapestry. It was a tie-dye tapestry that I cut apart, and I cut it wrong, so I have to, I had to piece some of my strips, and I'm gonna sew them together so they're all that, 42 inches or so. Now, I only had 17 of these, so I'm gonna look in my stash, and I'm going to find something that not to match this exactly, but it can go with the jelly roll. So this is the jelly roll I'm going to put it with. Now, this is a junior jelly roll. This only has the 24 pieces. So I can't really do the math in my head right now, but I need a few more strips, and I do have like some extra of this color that I might put with it, and it'll just make it all, hopefully come together okay. So so you can use a combination of yardage and junior jelly roll, or a whole jelly roll and background. So, but keep in mind though, for this, you're going to need background too. You'll need a yard of background, and I haven't decided what I want to do with this one yet, but this one I'll be putting together at the retreat, so we can all kind of go together. Okay. So on the instructions here, as I mentioned, if you get the solid color jelly roll with the 40 strips, you can find them with 4 of each color. And the arrangement of it will make a more consistent look. All 4 sections will be the same. But if you use a jelly roll with just pairs, you can do that too. You'll just have 2 sides that are, matching fabrics, and then 2 sides this way that are matching fabrics. But if they come from the same jelly roll, then it'll be fine. You'll just have more variety there. Okay, or, if you don't want to go the jelly roll way and you have some yardage that you want to use up, you need 3/8 yard of 10 fabrics. Okay, and you need to cut 4 of each color. Okay, 2.5 inches, just like jelly roll strips. Okay. And that'll give you the symmetrical look, like I'm talking all 4 sides will look the same. But you could choose 20 fabrics and then just cut 2 of each strip. Okay? Everyone will need 40 strips. Okay. Also, let me get back to this. So the background, like I said, 1 yard. All right, contrasting colors will make it pop. 1/2 yard for the binding, and 3 7/8 yard for the backing. And like I said before, like the 4 intersecting lines that are going to be in the middle, that's what I'm talking about here. Okay, you may wish to use 4 strips of background, which is what I used for a pop, which I think that'll pop. Or you don't have to do that. Okay, that was just my choice. And let's see. Yeah, so like I said before, if you want to use the background fabric, you'll need more than 1 yard. You'll need 1 yard and I believe 3/8. Oops, where'd I go? 3/8 of a yard. And that'll give you 4 strips. Okay. I hope that is clear. If it's not, please let me know, and just ask questions, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. And I will send a separate link, hopefully, fingers crossed, with a YouTube link for my quilt room show and tell or whatever. Okay, quilt room tour. All right, thanks, ladies. I can't wait. I'm really getting excited.